Welcome, Boxing Talk fans. I'm your host, Kike, and joining me as always is Ricky, Juan, and Sergio. We have a very special guest for you today. He'll be fighting on June 25th. We are proud to introduce to you a super lightweight, 140-pound prospect with a record of 6 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, and 3 knockouts. Fighting out of the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we have for you Joshua the Real War Jones. How you doing,
Yeah.
Joshua?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Nice to be in the building.
Yeah. Welcome, Josh, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Our guys are going to have a few questions for you, Josh. So let's get right into it. Sergio, you want to start?
First question, man. I just wanted to ask, many people don't really know that when you're coming up on the ranks in boxing, a lot of the times you really don't know who your opponent is. So I just wanted to ask, how do you prepare for that, for an unknown opponent or their unknown fighting style?
Like my way, I can't say how everybody would go, but I know as far as me, I don't prepare as far as fighting just like that opponent. Like I appear like everybody's a world champion in my eyes, even if they haven't gotten the belt, but they stepping in that ring. So it's always a chance that you may lose, no matter who it is. It could be somebody 0-4, 0-5, 0-15. It don't matter who they are, it's still a chance in there, because everybody can punch. So I prepare for them as well, like how I will prepare for a world champion, like a world title fight. And I ain't at that level yet, but I still prepare my body for it, because you never know what you may be in for. That opponent can fight you different than he fought the last person. You never know how they're going to come in there. Or even if you don't know, you still just have to train yourself to be ready. No matter how many rounds you're going, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12. You still have to train your body just to remember, just to you're going, and that's how I just take it and prepare myself.
No, man, that's good, man. I always never take anyone for granted, man.
Never, because the day you do, I done seen it where people, oh yeah, I know I'm fighting. He's 4-13. Yeah, 4-13. Okay. They got in there thinking that guy 4-13. He ain't 4-13 for no reason. And some of them, they be harder than the undefeated fighters that you fighting. Yeah. That could be the toughest fight of your life. You never know.
That's a good mentality to have, Josh, for sure.
Yes.
Juan, you have a question for
Josh? So back in January, you're coming out of a knockout win. What does this do for your confidence? And are you looking for another knockout for your upcoming fight?
Actually, my confidence is always there. No matter if I went to 4 rounds or 6 rounds, or I just knock them out, I always got a high confidence in myself. Every fight, I believe that the person is taking something off my table for my son, because I have a 4-year-old son. So, and his big brother also, who is 8 years old, so I wouldn't let nobody take off their plate. So I just always go in there they not going to beat me. So I don't look for the knockout. It just comes. If I see it and it's there, I best believe I'm going to take advantage. I always take advantage of it, I'm one of them type fighters. If it presents itself to me, oh yeah, it's going to be taken for sure.
All right. Ricky, you have a question for Josh?
I do. Hi. Again, hi, Joshua. Thanks for coming on. As we mentioned earlier, from Philadelphia, which is a city renowned for its boxing, who would you say is your all-time favorite Philly fighter? And who is your favorite fighter in general? For example, me, I'm a big fan of Bernard Hopkins. They don't call him the kid for no reason. He made history.
Yes.
Who's your
favorite? My favorite Philly fighter. People don't know that, and this is a guy who I have looked up to as a child. Julian J. Rock Williams. He's actually one of the guys I came up under. I actually have 2. It's him and Rasheem Jefferson. Them are people that I always watched as a kid, and see how their careers was going, from the amateurs to the pros. I was always younger than them, so I used to go and watch them train in the gym, or I would see them fight, and I would study a little bit of their style. I always tried to study something from them. My dad used to record their fights, and I used to watch tapes of them, and I used to act like I wanted to be like them, do like their moves and stuff. So, you know, them are two great guys. I mean, I watched Bernard, but it was like he was over my era. So it was like he's still a favorite, but he's always gonna be a favorite. Like I still study and take stuff from Bernard, but as of my era, it was the Rasheem Jefferson and the Julian J. Rock Williams, the Danny Garcias, and all. They were in my era.
And then you got Jaron Ennis too coming up.
Yeah. He was under my era, which he done jumped and made a big step over. Like, you know, that's my teammate. I trained with him.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And then J Rock, he was a former champ at the 154 division, right?
Yeah, he was.
But
he's my guy. I actually talked to him a lot.
Okay, cool. All right, Serge, back to you.
No, I just wanted to ask, man, because most people don't understand, like, you know, what boxers really get into in there. So I just wanted to ask, like, what inspired you to get into boxing?
Boxing wasn't even nothing inspiring. It was a punishment.
Oh,
yeah.
My dad actually, because from me getting in trouble as a kid fighting, I started boxing when I was 9 years old. Like, and my dad took me into the gym because I got into a fight with an older kid, and my dad like, oh, you just like fighting. You want to keep fighting because I kept constantly getting in trouble with fighting. So he was like, I'm gonna take you somewhere where they love to fight. I ain't think nothing of it. I'm just thinking like, oh well, where would he go? Where he going to take me at? Like, and he took me in the boxing gym, and I actually sparred my first day in the boxing gym. Got dropped.
Oh, really?
Everything. Like, yeah, I got beat up. And I was crying. Like, I got dropped with a body shot. I was like, Dad, I don't want to box anymore.
Those are the worst.
I'm telling him I ain't want to box no more. So, you know, he had it on me like, well, he gave me like a task. If I could beat the bull up that dropped me with that body shot, I could stop boxing. So it took me like a couple weeks to a month or so because I wanted to like I never want to let my dad down. Like, you know, nobody wants to let their parents down. So I made it a task. Like, so I went and let my dad down, got in there with the kid, and I beat the kid up. My dad was like, my dad asked me like, all right, you did it, so you want to stop boxing now? And I was like, no, I love boxing. My dad like, you know what? Well, if you want to do this, we're gonna do a full throttle. Like, we're gonna go full throttle. You can't BS nothing. We're gonna take it like serious. And he's like, once you stop, there's no quit. Because in my family, like, I'm sure everybody's family is like this. Once you start something, you don't quit it. Like, you gotta finish what you start. So I've been in it ever since.
Going off that, man, I wanted to ask, how's that journey been since you were just the moment you were dedicated to boxing? How's that journey been to get into the pros? You know, has it been hard? How's it been like?
It has its ups and downs. Like, you know, like with the amateurs, I fought in a lot of tournaments. I lost. You know, got robbed in tournaments where me and the people thought I should have won. You know, I fought in the trials. You know, sometimes it can be heartbreaking. Like, a lot of people though would stop. I just used it as motivation and kept going. You know, but as well with me having to deal with things like at home, you know, reality always hit. So I had a lot of stuff going on at home that had me take a little break. But I always came back to boxing. Like, you know, I never let myself go without boxing. So, you mean, it's been tough, but it shaped me up for who I am today. You know, a lot of people when they kept going in my shoes, but I didn't.
It's tough too, because like with the politics involved in boxing, and then like you said, sometimes you feel you win a fight and there is like robberies. We see it often in boxing, unfortunately. You know what I mean? It is tough. Glad you're continuing to go. One more question for Josh.
Yeah, going off from what you just said with your journey and all. So when did you know you were ready to become a professional boxer?
I was ready. I was ready when I fought in the Olympic trial reloads, and they came back and fought in the Golden Gloves. I fought Gary Russell. They robbed me against Gary Russell in the reloads. Came back for the Golden Gloves that next year, lost in the quarterfinals. and out in the nationals, out in like Spokane, I think it was. But then I was like, I'm ready. Like I just want to turn. I got tired of the amateurs. Like I was just like, I'm tired of it. I've been doing it. I got 100 and some amateur fights. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it no more. I wanted to turn pro. Like I could start making money.
Which Gary Russell did you fight? Because there's a lot of them.
I know.
They all like have the same name, right?
Yeah, Antonio.
Oh, Antonio. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. They robbed me against him in the quarterfinals, and then he got robbed that next day in the semifinals against Raynell Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Oh, good. It's all part of the experience.
You said what?
I said it's all part of the experience. It's what got you to where you're at today, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. Yes, it did.
Great. And going based off that with, with more time from now on in the future, where do you see yourself 3 years from now with your career?
3 years from now, I should be within the top 10.
Top 10?
So, yeah, I should be within the top 10 of my weight class.
Oh, okay. So do you see yourself going up to the 147 division, which is a historic division by the way?
People don't know. I'm actually a 135-pound fighter. I turned pro fighting at 135.
Oh.
The reason why I'm so big because the pandemic set in.
Do you have plans on going back down to 135 one day, or you stay at 140?
I'm taking my time, I came back when I fought in January, I fought at 147. That was at 147, but I weighed in at 143. Yeah. So with this next fight, I'm gonna fight at 140, and I'm gonna continue to gradually bring my weight down to see if I feel comfortable. And once I feel comfortable and I feel like I didn't lose nothing, then I'm gonna probably take the step back down to 135. But if not, I'm gonna stay at 140.
The 135 division is a hot division right now too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like from 135 to 147, Yeah. Either way, step up, step down, I could fight at either one of them.
Yeah, you got the Lopez's, Haney's, Garcias, and Tanks.
Hell yeah. So that is loaded.
Cool to see you up there, man.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. And then Ricky, you got more questions for Joshua?
Yeah, Joshua. So it appears you took a 5-month layoff from your boxing career from March 2017 to February 2020. Can you explain what happened and why the layoff?
I had with who I was signed with, we was actually like trying to work something out because I was working on leaving him because me and the matchmaker didn't get along too well. I felt like he was just kept like lying, and I don't want nobody lying to me about my career. It's either we fighting or we're not fighting. But when I'm constantly keep not fighting, I'm feeling like it's something behind it. So he just didn't get along with me, and I just wanted to part ways, So when I finally got into it, the part ways when we came to agreement and our part ways, that was like a year. I lost my brother, my cousin, and my uncle in the same year.
Wow.
So yeah, so that made me like damn, like I need a break. I just need a mental break.
Yeah.
I'm glad you tell us this, Josh, because a lot of people don't see this side of the boxing world. They see the glamour, they see the money. When you make it big, they see all that part. They don't almost see you as human sometimes. So things like this, it's good to share your story and let us know, what does go behind the scenes. What I mean?
So it was like I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't concentrate at all. Like in the gym, like I just kept getting like real frustrated, because these were close people to me. Like my brother, I always talked to my big brother. It was with my big brother every day. My cousin, he basically lived with me because he was staying with me every day. And my uncle lived right in the corner. We was all close. So they was like a big part of my career. So I just like, man, I need a mental break. Because every time I thought about them. So I'm like, till I get my mind together, I don't need to box. Yeah. I don't need to do it because sometimes we take fights just out of anger and wind up getting knocked out or hurt getting in a tough fight and losing or something, all because our minds are not there.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that for myself.
I think mental health is extremely important, and I think it's become more in the limelight, mental health. So I'm glad you shared that story with us, Joshua.
Yeah, mental health real important. Like depression and boxers, I think a lot of boxers go through depression too. So that's real.
Yeah, I believe that. With that said, Joshua, what advice do you have for future boxers getting into the game now that they hear your story? What's your advice?
Stay dedicated, because it has its bumps. Boxing has its ups and downs, where things don't go your way, where it ain't always gonna be win. No, it has a funny way of playing. Things may not go your way, but just stay dedicated, stay training, keep training, stay grounded, and always work on perfecting your craft.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Always, because if you stay and then stay motivated, be self-motivated. Self-motivation.
All right, Josh, we're gonna conclude the interview. Where can your fans watch your fight, and what would you like to tell them before they tune in?
I'm gonna stream it live on my Instagram live at Josh the Boxer. And hope to see a great fight. It's gonna be a great night.
Can't wait to tune in.
Can't wait to tune in. Thanks a lot, Josh. Guys, don't forget to tune into Joshua's fight on June 25th. As you heard, he's going to show it on Instagram Live. Give us a follow on Instagram as well at Boxing Talk Podcast, and listen to our episodes by searching Boxing Talk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any of your preferred podcast platforms. Josh, other than your Instagram, where else can people follow you on social media?
Follow me on Facebook at Joshua the Real War Jones. Twitter at Josh the Boxer. At every other site at Josh the Boxer with a DA.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that, and that's Josh the Boxer, DABOXER. Joshua, thanks again for taking the time to talk with us, and best of luck to you on your upcoming fight.
Good luck, Joshua.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.